Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're off to Crib Point. Crib Point is a town on the Mornington Peninsula in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. 64 kilometres or 40 miles southeast of Melbourne Central Business District, located within the Shire of Mornington. The name Crib Point came from a hut or a crib built by fisherfolk during the 1850s. The area was only sparsely settled or grazed because of dense coastal vegetation. The town is part of an urban enclave on Western Port comprising Bittern, Crib Point, Hastings, Tyabb and Somerville. Crib Point is served by 3 railway stations: Morradoo, Crib Point and Stony Point, the latter of which is the terminus of the greater-metropolitan Stony Point line. Crib Point Post Office opened on the 18th of July 1890. HMAS Cerberus Naval Base is located in Crib Point, and the base is historically significant for the following reasons. Its creation was intimately associated with the newly formed Royal Australian Navy in 1911. The complex is the largest, most significant and longest continually functioning training facility held by the Royal Australian Navy, and it is associated with the development of the Australian Naval Forces since the Navy's earliest days. Since 1921, HMAS Cerberus has trained countless numbers of Royal Australian personnel. The development of the complex reflects Australia's Navy history since the early part of the 20th century. So once again, all the voiceover information that I've just provided, and including all the old black and white images that you're viewing now, will be in the description below. So I'll leave a link where I've sourced all that sort of information, so please enjoy the rest of these images. Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're at the Crib Point railway station. We will be doing Crib Point just sort of generally. I'll find a few landmarks that we can go visit, but at the moment I'm actually on the platform of the station, and on the station sign, or the railway sign, it actually has in small print just below Crib Point saying that it is also the location for HMAS Cerberus. So where's the sign up there behind me? So yeah, so if you are joining the Navy or doing some extra training and you're coming out here by train, this would be the station you'd probably get off to, and I'm assuming someone from the base will come and collect you. So we'll have a look around. It is a nice little station. If I can get the drone up, I will, but being close to a military base, I think we can't. But I'll double check. It's pretty much one of those situations where anywhere in the world, if there's a military base nearby, you're not permitted to fly the drone. There are some conditions where you can. We'll find out if I try to do it. But I will apologise up front. There is a lot of wind noise. So we'll go have a look around Crib Point. So there's your railway sign for Crib Point and HMAS Cerberus. Now we're on the platform for the station. And without fail, I still don't understand why a lot of these stations have their toilets locked. I don't know if it's to mitigate vandalism and graffiti or whatnot, But I'd be surprised if that sort of stuff goes on in these very rural sort of locations. But who's to say? Maybe there is enough history to suggest that that does occur. Once again, you can come here on a Mikey card, so you can come from Flinders Street Station in Melbourne, catch the Frankston train, and you can make your way from Frankston. You just go across to another platform at Frankston, and you'll catch the Stony Point railway, which will bring you to Crib Point. So there you go. You can even top up your Mikey card if need be. So this is a little board here, give you an idea of your location and where everything is. Okay, so we'll continue on and let's have a look around. So here we are in front of the railway station. There is a public toilets, there's some playground stuff for the kids and a picnic table to sit down and have a bit of a rest. There is a little supermarket here on our right, and I do like the mural against the supermarket. We'll have a look at that because I actually do like that. That looks terrific. So there's your Crib Point railway station sign. There is a train or replacement bus stop, so if there's any issues with the train line, there is a bus that will substitute. And this is, I guess, your main strip. But I will have a look at this mural. Okay, so here we are at the mural, and she is a beauty. And if you're interested in having a mural done, there is a phone number that you can ring, and it was where the CFA picture was, and down here near the end the guy's name is Philip, and that's his mobile number. But what a nice mural of the town. Very, very good. I do like it. So I've just been inside the store, and you probably would have seen the model planes hanging from the ceiling. Very nice. So now we're going to make our way, according to my little handheld map, to, I think it's the RSL, and a community garden and some sort of building down this way. So we'll reconnect when I get there. Now I can tell you in Crib Point there is a large number of residential houses in the area. There are 2 primary schools. So you've got a Catholic primary school and a state-run primary school, but I just wanted to show you the contrast between the homes, between something that was probably built back in the day as like a holiday sort of hut, and then something that's brand new. At least it all blends in. That looks like there's 2 or 3 units on that block, so the blocks are quite big. If you wanted to live out this way, so you buy your property, maybe bulldoze an old house that's just a little bit too run down, maybe it might have asbestos in it or something, who knows. You've got a train, you've got a bus, you've got 2 primary schools to choose from, you've got a supermarket, which is great, and the lady that was working there was very hospitable. So if you can commute from here once in a blue moon to the city, if that's where you work, but you can work from home, this would be the place. I'm not sure about the internet connection, but I'll assume that it must be relatively good. So here we are at the RSL, and they have a mortar on display. So there you go. We'll have a quick look. Whoop, here comes a curious magpie, making sure I'm doing the right thing. He's on guard duty, which is lovely. And here's your Crib Point RSL. I do like, I know there's a machine that you can buy, and you buy like the sheet of steel, and you program what you're looking for to be cut out and what's left behind. It's got that rustic look, which is what you want, and that looks pretty good to me. Here are your trading hours for the RSL. Very nice and neat. All very good. Okay, so we'll keep going on and let's see what we see next. Now, once again, just look at the bird life in this region of Western Port Bay. I'm sure you can get this sort of bird life everywhere, but you've got quite a variety of birds there in the centre of your screen, which is just terrific. Okay, so here's the Crib Point Community House, and there's obviously some sort of activity going on because there's a lot of cars here, so there might be a bit of a meeting place, and this is where we'll find the community garden as well, so maybe that's why there's a number of vehicles here. The community have got together and doing some gardening. I'm just curious if everyone gets their own little plot or they work as a team. I'm not sure. This looks like more of a school to me. It's got all the architectural design, especially the windows of a school. But we'll find out. Hopefully there'll be a plaque somewhere, or I might be able to ask someone. That is a beauty. Yeah, it does look like a school. This little portion here, and then this back bit looks like an add-on. I'll see if I can ask someone, they might know. Oh, hang on, there's a sign up here. Let's have a look. Maybe we can discover this on our own. And no. Well, they were celebrating their 40 years. Interesting. That's as the community house, or the Crib Point Community House. They've celebrated 40 years here. So that means the school, if it was a school, I'll have to find out, because it looks just like a school. Very good. So here's your Crib Point Community Garden. It's established in 2006. Our friendly group meets on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and being Saturday, that's why they're here. Unfortunately, no dogs are allowed except for guide dogs, which makes all the sense in the world. Morning. Now, I can confirm that this community hall or house was once the school. I just spoke to the lady that appears to be maybe on the committee or runs the community garden. Very helpful, very friendly. If you live in the area, it might be worth just coming in on a Wednesday or Saturday. They're a cheerful bunch, I tell you what. I barely got into the doorway and they were happy to greet me. I thought that was terrific. So anyway, so behind me was once a school, and back in the 80s it was decommissioned, and it's now part of their community hub. I'm not sure what they do there, probably have meetings and whatnot, and it might be something where they have their elections, whenever the elections are on, that maybe opens up, and that's one of the places you go to. There is a church, which we'll go have a look at and see what that's all about. And now I'm just going to make my way back to the, what do you call it? The railway station. Hopefully I'll catch a train coming past. I've just noticed a few people in golf buggies driving around the streets. Now, I'm not sure if that's legal or illegal. It's not for me to question or do. I'm retired, so it means nothing to me. So there must be a golf course nearby, and they're zooming around in their golf clubs, or golf carts, those electric ones, if you know what I'm talking about. So that's terrific. So you've got golf here, you've got community hall or a house, you've got a community garden, there is a church, there is an RSL, there is a supermarket. As I've mentioned, there's two schools, both state and Catholic. There's heaps of golf. I don't want to swing the camera around because I'm not sure if they're allowed to be riding their golf buggies on the road, but they seem to be very senior in years, and they're zipping around too wherever that golf course is, and it looks like they're having a lot of fun. So there you go. I can see, as you can see behind me, there is no traffic here. There's absolutely nothing. So it's all good. All right, we'll continue on with our little tour or explore of Crib Point. Now there is a memorial for those that fought in pretty much the hub of Crib Point, right in the centre of the street, so to speak. And it talks about all the fallen soldiers, those that served, those that won awards. I won't focus too much into it. It's one of those things where you've basically got to come here, spend a little bit of time, read some of the stories and the achievements of those that fought and served, and unfortunately some that didn't make it home. So as you can see, there's your golf guys on their golf buggies zooming around, which is just great. It looks like there's a fishing charter stored there. And here's another memorial for World War I and World War II people of the area that served. So there is quite a number. This is not a very big town, but I'm just noticing there is quite a number of people from this town that served in World War I. I'll just zoom in a little bit so that gives you an idea of the numbers there. And then as we make our way to World War II, you'll see that the numbers are a lot larger. So there you go. Once again, it's all in the sort of the hub of Crib Point, opposite the station on the main road. And just over there where the boom gates are is the entry to HMAS Cerberus. There is a museum there as well. That's via the South Beach Road. There's another guy in his buggy. That's pretty cool. Making their way. So I'm assuming there must be a golf course inside the those gates that's public. So that's very good. So this just gives you an idea where I am. So this is like the major hub. It is a bit of a sleepy sort of township, but they've got enough facilities in here or at this town that could make for a pleasant way of life. As I mentioned earlier, all the basics are here. There is a service station locally. You've got a grocery store. You've got 2 schools. I'm assuming that the internet must be pretty good. You've got buses and the rail network set up to take you into Melbourne if you had to make that commute once in a blue moon. You've got fishing. You've got a golf course. What else can a person ask for? And to boot, they had a really nice community garden. And as I said earlier, making my way there, I was immediately made to feel welcome, which was just terrific. Any questions I had were answered, and the lady that did all the information providing was just terrific. So just bear the wind noise, and I do apologise. You have a pet supplies, you've got a nice little cafe as well. So if you bring your pets out this way, there's all the food there for them as well, so you don't have to go too far. And there's also beverages to be had, both non-alcoholic and alcoholic. So there's a couple of more murals I'll have a look at where the public toilets are. We'll have a look at them. So once again, these murals are being done by a chap by the name of Philip, and as we scroll across to have a look, you'll see his mobile number if you're interested in maybe getting some work done. I'm sure he'd be able to accommodate you. It's just terrific. And then we have one of these ones here as well. So I'm assuming this is the local netball and football team. And they've got the magpie logo as their mascot for the teams. Very good. So here we have just the final angle of the Crib Point railway station. Gives you an idea what it looks like. Nothing too fancy, does the job. Plenty of shade from the sun and the elements. And as we found out, the HMAS Cerberus entry, or the main gates, within walking distance quite easily. I have been there. I was in the reserves, not with the Navy, but with the Army, and we did go there to do some training, so to speak. I was in the military police, and part of the one Tuesday a week, one weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, we came to this location. But it was quite some time ago. We are talking, has to be the 90s, I think, when I last put on a uniform. Okay, so here we are at the Crib Point Uniting Church. It's also the emergency assembly area. So if there's any emergencies, be it bushfires, this is where the town would assemble as one of the locations. She's well kept, I have to admit to that. She's in really good condition. And once again, I don't know if you can see the tree to the left of the church. It is swaying a fair bit, so to get the drone up, it could be a bit of a risk on whether or not I'm able to do so. There is a small plaque here on this large stone. We'll have a look at that and let's see what that says. On this rock, I will build my church. Okay, so it's a quote from the Bible, and this plaque was put here, I guess, in 1998. So it's not all that long ago. Another angle of the church. I do like these porch lights that really do, you sort of really only see them at churches, schools, maybe. Terrific. Yeah, once again, you can see that the trees, the tops of the trees, it's pretty blowy. And we'll have a walk around. There's no LED light, but that's okay. It has very much of a country feel, this church. So the bottom half's in wood, or the panelling of wood, and then some sort of boards above to give it the extra height. She's in good nick. The lawns are done, so someone's obviously coming around to cut the lawns. And there you have it. On the notice board, it did mention something about a service at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure if that actually is the case. Not 100% sure. We'll have a look at the board there and see what she actually says. Yeah, well, it does say that they do have a worship at 9 a.m. I'm not sure if that's on the Sundays or every Sunday or once a month. Not sure. I guess if you call the Reverend there and ask him, he'll be able to inform you with that sort of information. So here we are, about less than a kilometre away from the entrance to HMAS Cerberus, and we do have another little shopping strip. It does have pizzas for sale, there's an op shop, there's a pharmacy, there's also a milk bar and an accounting, bookkeeping sort of service provider. here we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd also found out that there's an indoor swimming pool in Crib Point, which is a big plus for a small town, I tell you. If you did like the video, by all means click on that like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing does not cost you 1 cent, but it helps out the channel immensely. But most importantly, once again, wherever you are, stay safe, commute safe, and just have a great day. And once again, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.